Assalamualaikum. 11th standard student. In biology, we have started with chapter number 2, that is systematics of living organism. Last time we have already completed with 4 kingdoms. Our last kingdom is remaining, that is kingdom Animalia. So let's continue with this chapter, that is kingdom Animalia. In this kingdom, if we see the members of this kingdom, all the members of this kingdom are mostly heterotrophs. Heterotrophs means they are dependent on the other organism for the food. They are totally dependent on the other organism for the food. Why? Because they do not have chlorophyll. As they are not green, so they do not possess chlorophyll. The cell lack chlorophyll, so they are heterotrophs. And these are adapted to holozoic nutrition. Holozoic means they directly swallow their food. They directly catch their prey and swallow the food. They are adapted to holozoic nutrition. Then mostly the members are of this kingdom, that is kingdom Animalia. They show locomotion. Okay, they can move. As you know, here we can find all the members, mostly all the members, they show locomotion. They can move from one place to another. Then these are multicellular eukaryotes. They are multicellular, they have many cells, and they are eukaryotes. Their nucleus is well organized, everything is well organized except they lack chlorophyll. Everything is present in the nucleus except chlorophyll. They lack chlorophyll in the cell. Then they do not have cell wall. Animals, kingdom Animalia organism do not possess cell wall. Cell wall is absent here. Then growth here is determinate. Every organism show here determinate growth. Their growth is fixed. They show definite pattern. Their growth is limited to a certain extent. Okay, so their growth is limited. Different organisms comes in kingdom Animalia. For example, lion, tiger, we human beings, all comes under birds, fishes, all comes under kingdom Animalia. And you can see the growth is determinate in all these organisms. Okay. Then types of viruses. As per the genetic material, genetic material may be either DNA or RNA. As per the genetic material, these viruses are grouped as DNA virus or RNA virus. Okay, because of the presence of genetic material may be either DNA or RNA. So as per this, they are grouped as DNA viruses or RNA viruses. Then the protein code which is present, that code is known as capsid. I already said that protein code is known as capsid, and this capsid, it is made up of smaller units. Many smaller units are present, that is known as capsomeres. Capsid is made up of capsomeres. Then these capsomeres, these are arranged in polyhedral or helical forms. These capsomeres, see, protein code is made up of capsid. Capsid is made up of capsomeres, and these capsomeres are arranged in polyhedral or helical forms. This afterwards I will show you by drawing the diagram what is capsomeres. Okay. Now this capsid protects the genetic material. As the genetic material, that is DNA or RNA, it is covered by capsid. It is protected by capsid. So covered by capsid. So this capsid protects the genetic material. Now this genetic material, I said, it is maybe DNA or RNA. So this genetic material in virus is either single-stranded single-stranded RNA may be single-stranded, or may be double-stranded RNA, or they may be double-stranded DNA. Okay, the genetic material in virus is either single-stranded RNA. It is written as single-stranded RNA, or it is written as double-stranded RNA, or it is double-stranded DNA. Okay. See, we have studied all the 5 kingdoms, है ना? This 5 kingdom, that is 5 kingdom system of classification, it was given by R.H. Whittaker in 1969. Okay. This system shows the phylogenetic relationship between the organism. If we see this 5 kingdom system of classification, it shows the phylogenetic relationship between all these 5 kingdoms. Okay. From kingdom Monera, this is kingdom Monera, where the unicellular and prokaryotic organisms are present. Unicellular and prokaryotic. Then kingdom Protista, where unicellular but eukaryotic organisms are present. Then other kingdoms, that is kingdom Plantae, kingdom Fungi, kingdom Animalia, kingdom Fungi third, kingdom Plantae fourth, and kingdom Animalia fifth. Here you will find multicellular eukaryotic organisms. So this classification was given by Whittaker. But before this Whittaker, Carl Linnaeus, he has classified the living organism into 2 kingdoms. Okay, he has classified all the living organism into 2 kingdoms. This 2 kingdom was based on the nutrition as well as their migratory habits, then their sedentary habits. But this classification as kingdom Plantae and kingdom Animalia, 2 classification was there, that is kingdom Plantae and kingdom Animalia. But that was inadequate, because this classification that shows the characters of both kingdom. They do, for example, bacteria is there, fungi is there, euglena, so this creates confusion, because only 2 kingdom was present, that is kingdom Plantae and kingdom Animalia. So the animals which belongs to different have both the characters, they do not find the place in these 2 kingdoms. So this creates confusion. Okay, the classification which is done by Carl Linnaeus, this create confusion because of the 2 kingdom. So later on, this R.H. Whittaker in 1969, he has proposed 5 kingdom system of classification, and this 5 kingdom classification, this system shows the phylogenetic relationship between the organisms. Okay, and this was accepted worldwide. 5 kingdom system of classification. Okay. See, as I said, capsid is made up of smaller unit, that is capsomeres. So this is known as capsomeres. These are all capsomeres. So this is a diagram of tobacco mosaic virus, that is TMV. Okay, this is tobacco mosaic virus. So this capsid, it is made up of capsomeres, and this you can see RNA is present. The genetic material here is RNA. Then virus, the virus that infects the bacteria, a virus that infects the bacteria, that virus is known as bacteriophage viruses. This is a diagram of bacteriophage virus. This is a virus that infects the bacteria. Now if you see this virus has double-stranded DNA. It has double-stranded DNA is present in this virus. Then viruses also cause disorders. Different disorders are caused by viruses. Now these viruses also causes different disorders. They causes disorders in plants like leaf curling of the leaves, then yellowing of the leaves, then mosaic formation in tobacco. That is, these things happens in plants. Okay, these diseases are caused in plants. Then it also causes different diseases in animals, like mouth diseases in animals, like then swine flu. Swine flu is also caused by a virus. Then smallpox, mumps. You have heard, no, smallpox. Then mumps are present. Then herpes virus, common cold, AIDS. Then this time the main deadly virus is coronavirus. Recently we all have gone through this virus, coronavirus. So these are different diseases which are caused by virus in animals and humans, we can say also. Okay, so today students we have started with a cellular organism. In our cellular organism we have completed with virus. Okay, thank you.